This week I'm going to show you one of my go-to lighting setups.
Adorama TV presents Exploring Photography with Mark Wallace, where you will learn innovative techniques on shooting a wide range of photography. Here's your host, Mark Wallace.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Exploring Photography. I'm Mark Wallace right here on Adorama TV, and Carissa is here today. She walked into the studio with this amazing dress, and she's one of my favorite models, and I thought, man, we have to shoot this. And so immediately my mind went to a always works go-to lighting setup that I use when I want to shoot a almost full-length portrait. And so I thought, why not share it with everybody that's watching us on Adorama TV? So let's do that right now. So Carissa, I'm going to have you go back to your spot. Now the nice thing about this is it uses two lights, gives us a very, very nice soft look, and also a reflector. So here's how it works. So right over here we have sort of the star of the show. This is a 4x6 Profoto softbox, and you can use any large light source. This is an RF. There's a new Profoto RFI that is much less expensive, but it still gives you this beautiful, really large source of light, and so you might want to check that out. So this is really what's illuminating most of Carissa, and so we get from head to about knees a perfect exposure. Now around on the other side here, you'll see is we want to balance out this light, so we have this reflector that's taking the light that's from the softbox and it's bouncing it onto the other side of her face. So that way we have a nice lighting ratio where we have key light over here and just some nice fill. And this light, you'll notice, is just a little bit in front of Carissa, so we have light that's sort of wrapping around. But what I need to do is I need to add some separation. And so we have over here this nice 2x3 softbox. And what that's doing is just bouncing in some light, mainly on the back of Carissa's head. So just right over here and on her shoulders, we're just going to get a little bit of separation. Now the reason I'm using a softbox and not an umbrella is I want to really make sure that light doesn't spill onto the background. Because even though I'm using a white background, I want it to be gray. So come on over this way, and you can see that as we look this direction, you can see that there is no, you can't see the softbox, it's all hidden, and because we're using softboxes to direct the light, nothing is really falling onto this except for what's coming from the key light, which means it's going to fall into a gray. And then I'll probably desaturate the shot a little bit in Lightroom or Photoshop and do some retouching, but this is a light setup that works almost always. So without further ado, I'm just going to take a couple shots and we will show you exactly how these look. So Carissa, we're going to have you stand exactly like you are, just a little bit into the softbox. And that's really key, by the way, is having your model, instead of going straight forward like this, we'll have lots of side light, just have your subject turn into the light just a little bit, and that way the majority of it's hitting straight on, and you get nice soft light. So let's shoot a couple shots. Look right at me. I'm dropping this right above the knees, and I've already metered this. So, and then turn your shoulders a little bit more toward me. There you go. Perfect. And then I'm also going to get a nice tight headshot. So look right at me. This is just sort of a portrait shot, and then turn your chin a little bit more toward me. Perfect. Well, that's one of my go-to lighting setups, and you can take this lighting setup and modify it using the stuff that you have in your studio, and that way you'll have a go-to lighting setup that works every time. The key to this is one large key light, a nice reflector for fill, and then just an added bonus, a separation light. You don't always need that separation light, specifically if you're shooting somebody that has light hair, unlike Carissa. Now, for more information on studio lighting tips and post-production and all kinds of things to do with photography, don't forget to zip over to the Adorama Learning Center. There are hundreds of tutorials and product reviews, and you can see all about the stuff that we're using. And don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV so you don't miss a single episode. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again next time. Now do that for yourself. Sorry. Do that for yourself. Do that yourself. Do that to yourself. Do it. Do it. Okay. I'm going to sneeze. If I sneeze, I will sneeze on you. I'll make sure it goes this way.
Please do.
Okay.
Want to get the most out of your Adorama photography equipment? Visit our Learning Center, where you can read popular articles, how-to tips, buying guides, and product reviews.